Have you ever had a dream that felt so real, so vivid, you just knew it meant something? Well, imagine you're the most powerful person in the world, the Pharaoh of Egypt, and you have two of these dreams in one night, and they're terrifying. In the first dream, Pharaoh sees 7 beautiful fat cows grazing by the Nile River. Suddenly, 7 other cows, ugly and gaunt, come up out of the river and devour the healthy ones. Then he wakes up, probably in a cold sweat. He falls back asleep, and another dream comes. This time he sees 7 heads of grain, healthy and good, growing on a single stalk. Then, 7 other heads of grain, thin and scorched by the east wind, sprout up and swallow the healthy heads. Pharaoh wakes up and he is deeply troubled. He knows this isn't just a bad pizza dream, it's a message. He summons all the wise men and magicians of Egypt, the best and brightest minds in his kingdom. He tells them his dreams, but no one can interpret them. Not a single person. Imagine the frustration. The most powerful man on earth, surrounded by experts, and all he gets are blank stares and shrugged shoulders. But then a memory sparks in the mind of the chief cupbearer. 2 years earlier, he was in prison with a young Hebrew slave named Joseph. This Joseph had correctly interpreted his dream, and the dream of the chief baker. The cupbearer, feeling a pang of guilt for forgetting his promise to Joseph, speaks up. "I remember my faults today," he says to Pharaoh. "There was a young Hebrew man in prison with me. We told him our dreams and he interpreted them for us. And just as he interpreted, so it came to pass." Pharaoh doesn't hesitate. He sends for Joseph immediately. They rush Joseph out of the dungeon, shave him, change his clothes, and bring him before the king. Pharaoh looks at this young man who just moments ago was a forgotten prisoner and says, "I have had a dream and no one can interpret it. But I have heard it said of you that when you hear a dream, you can interpret it." And Joseph's response is incredible. Full of humility, he says, "It is not in me." God will give Pharaoh a favorable answer. He gives all the credit to God. So Pharaoh recounts the bizarre dreams of the cows and the grain. Joseph listens, and then with divine insight, he lays it all out. The dreams are one and the same, he explains. God has shown Pharaoh what he is about to do. The 7 good cows and 7 good heads of grain represent 7 years of incredible abundance and prosperity throughout Egypt. But the 7 ugly cows and scorched heads of grain, they represent 7 years of devastating famine that will follow. A famine so severe it will make everyone forget the years of plenty ever happened. But Joseph doesn't stop there. He doesn't just deliver the bad news. He provides a solution. He advises Pharaoh to find a discerning and wise man and put him in charge of the land. This man should collect 1/5 of the harvest during the 7 years of abundance and store it in cities under Pharaoh's authority. This stored grain will be the nation's salvation, a reserve to keep the people from starving during the 7 years of famine. Pharaoh and all his officials